Joining me right now is the mayor of Gainesville, Harvey Ward. Mayor Ward, thank you for joining me. Give me your sense of where things stand right now, and to all the residents who are sheltering in place. Is it safe for them to step outside and look around and assess things?
Alex, thank you for having me on today. I appreciate it. Yes, things have improved drastically here in Gainesville. We're very fortunate not to have been in the direct path of the storm. It looked like when we went to bed last night, when I left the Emergency Operations Center, it looked like we were going to be in the path of the storm. When we got up this morning, when I went back into the Emergency Operations Center, we knew that we were not going to be directly in the path. So we were very fortunate. Not that we didn't have some damage. We certainly continue to have some trees down here in Gainesville, some power lines down. But compared to what happened both north and south of us, the storm surge down around Crystal River and further south, and the enormous damage in the path of the storm north of us, we certainly came out on the better end of this. I do have an update on our total utilities customers out. At our municipal utility, we have about 100,000 total customers, and only 250 of those accounts are still without power. So
that's good.
Fantastic work by Gainesville Regional Utilities to restore power as well as they have. Working to get those last 250 back on as soon as possible. But really tremendous work by our line workers and by all the emergency workers here at the city of Gainesville.
I got to tell you, every time I hear that kind of thing, that power is being restored either during a storm or immediately thereafter, I just think, how do you do that? So much admiration for those people that get to work immediately at their own risk sometimes. Mayor, let me ask you about all those students, 50,000 of them there at the University of Florida campus. Many of them have not been through a hurricane or experiencing their first one without their moms and dads by their side. What is your message to them, and how prepared are campus authorities to deal with this storm?
So the first thing I will tell you is that my daughter lives in the dorms at the University of Florida, right here in Gainesville. And so I have a special connection to UF.
I bet you do.
Are happening right now at UF. Nothing but admiration for the storm services and overall public safety at the University of Florida. They work very well with the city of Gainesville, with Alachua County. And if I could say one thing to all the mamas and daddies of University of Florida students in South Florida and everywhere else who are not nearby, it is that we are taking good care of your kids.
Yeah.
They are safe here in Gainesville. We have a metro population of a little over 200,000 people. So it's not just students here, but we certainly do take our guests and our residents who are part of the university community very, very seriously. And, a lot of the students at the University of Florida do come from other parts of Florida and other parts of the Southeast. And many of them have been through storms before. But as you say, this is often the first time without being with family.
Yeah.
So,
Mayor, I know that you've been awfully busy, but did you get a chance to talk to your daughter? Did she tell you how her friends, roommates, anyone she was hanging out with during the storm, how they were faring?
So again, the University of Florida does a great job of taking care of the students and making sure that they are safe. And that was the impression that we got from her as well. I will tell you, we did go pick her up last night. She spent the night with us last night instead of in the dorm, but the dorms are hardened. They are shelters themselves. So no questions at all about the safety of University of Florida students or of anyone here in our community. We did have a traffic accident, as was just noted before I came on there, early this morning as part of the storm. Bad things happen when people go out in storms. We encourage everyone to, when there is storm activity, please just stay inside. Thankfully, the bans have mostly passed us now, and people can get to the work of cleaning up tree limbs and all the other debris that may have come down during the storm.